Welcome back. Now that we're familiar with visualization and filtering, let's put that to use and make some edits to our dataset. The simplest edit is to make a single change for a single sample. Here we modify the category to barrel. We see that this caused several things to happen. The changed labels now have a colored background, and that the pending edit can be seen in the edits menu in the top bar. Pending edits can be undone with the undo button, and redone with a redo button. Editing one sample at a time can be quite time consuming. In a lot of cases, you want to apply the same change to many samples. To do that, we first multi-select the samples we want to change. A range can be selected by selecting one, holding Shift, and selecting the end of the range. Holding Control allows you to add or remove individual samples from selection. Pressing A will select all the samples in view, which is useful for when you've filtered to see only samples you want to change. Once a set of samples are selected, making the desired change to one will apply that change to all the selected samples. Let's try this out for the Faces and Faces Easy classes. As we saw from the embeddings, the model uses a lot of capacity to distinguish Faces from Faces Easy. It could be a good idea to collapse these into one class. Let's relabel all the Faces Easy labels into Faces. We filter to the rows with Faces Easy, press A to select them all, and change one to change them all. And we do the same for Crocodile Head and Flamingo Head, converting them to Crocodile and Flamingo. Another way of editing data is to copy values from one column and paste them in another. For example, this is useful for setting sample weights based on a different column. Since this dataset is quite imbalanced, we can set sample weights based on the inverse of the number of times each class occurs. Let's create what's called a derived column based on the labels by right-clicking the label column and selecting Inverse Occurrence. The less frequent labels get a higher value. We then click and hold this derived column header and drag and drop it onto the sample weights column. This means that we can now sample each class with the same frequency. For now, the changes we made are pending edits. To make a new revision, we need to commit the changes. Go to the Edits menu in the top right to see the current pending edits. If we wanted to, we can discard a specific type of edit or all of them. In this case, we would like to commit them, so let's do that. When a set of changes are committed, a new table is created. It only stores the changes that were made and which parent table it originated from. This can be seen in the Tables overview, where there's now an arrow indicating the relationship between them in the lineage column. We can open the new table to see that our changes are indeed there. Thank you so much for watching, and in the next video, we're going to rerun training with the edits we just made. See you then.